Welcome, welcome. This is David Parra with AARP Arizona. We have our good friend Gina Roberts. All right, let's get started. So one more concept here, Gina, and I know we all work, we're all busy, and sometimes that gets in the way, or it is either a reality or an excuse, either or both. But bottom line, this is a democracy, and in a democracy, we all have to participate. And what is it? A government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So we need to be more than a voter. What do you mean by that? I mean, isn't voting enough? I mean, what else can I do? Can you share some thoughts on that?
Of course. Well, if you are so inclined, there are other opportunities for you to get engaged in the electoral process besides voting. Obviously, voting is very important. We want everybody to vote. Again, if you want to be more a part of the process, there are ways that you can do that. We would love to have people volunteer. And I need to stop using that word volunteer because it is
Mm,
a paid position. We do pay you
okay.
if you want to be a poll worker or an election board worker because the bottom line is we cannot have elections without poll workers. We simply
Mm,
couldn't do it. We need
right.
to have our members of our community come in and help election workers process those ballots. We need them to work the polls on election day. We need that help. We simply could not have elections without our poll workers. And so if you have already served as a poll worker, we appreciate you. We thank you. And again, it is paid. Um, Student poll workers are phenomenal. So if
Mm,
you're 16, 17 years old, you can absolutely work the polls. You'll still get credit for being in school and you get paid. And it's really great, David, because we find that our younger poll workers familiar with using equipment, election equipment and
right.
technology. So it's fantastic to have them. We love their excitement and engagement at the polls. And then there's other things too. Maybe you don't have the time. That's okay. You can take a look at that live feed of the ballot tabulation room. You can attend a logic and accuracy testing, or again, you can volunteer with your political serve as a political observer. You can participate in the hand count because after every election, we do a hand count, a sample hand count to make sure that our machines were tabulating everything correctly. And again, there's other ways that you can involved aside just from voting. You can engage your family and friends, encourage them to vote, remind them of upcoming deadlines. Again, attending meetings and signing petitions for candidates, helping them qualify for the ballot, for candidates that you support or ballot measures. Politically engaged and more active in our electoral and voting process. But of course, at the end of the day, we still want to make sure that you're voting too, because every vote is important. But there's just a few more if you have the time and you want to be more involved, you can.
So, are you able to tell us whether are people coming, stepping up, so to speak, or do you get the help that you need? Basically, is what I'm getting to.
We do get the help that we need. We're always have more people sign up to be a poll worker and a board worker.
Mm,
And David, if I could just go back to the 2020 election cycle, we had concerns of there's COVID, right?
right.
We were really worried as election officials about maybe some of our high risk poll workers and board workers and their ability to continue or wanting to serve and potentially exposing themselves at polling places. And so a lot of measures were taken to make sure that our poll workers were kept safe. But I can tell you, signed up and really stepped up to serve their community was phenomenal. So we are very grateful to our community members who have served, who are willing to serve as poll workers, because again, we cannot do this without you. So it was really heartening to see the amount of people step up in 2020
Mm, right.
amidst the pandemic. And again, we want to keep seeing our community members really help us conduct the elections. Again, it helps bring that sense of community. And as you mentioned, our democracy and being reflective of the people, we need our community members to sign up. So we're very happy with the response that we've received.
Great, great information, Gina. Thanks.
Mhm.